We're going to stay in the sphere of technology and go into something that everybody speaks about in every panel, in every conference, and that's the mobile. And I've asked Johanna Fagrell, who's somebody who knows more about the mobile than anybody I know, to share what's going on. Please, Johanna Fagrell, take it away.
Thank you. Okay. Nice to be here. I saw that on the agenda it said industry veteran, and I guess I am that because I've been part of this industry since 1970. No, 1997. 97 now, you could think that anyway. But I've worked as a business unit director, I've been entrepreneur, I founded my own company, and I've been CEO. And now I'm mostly a board member in different companies. Among those one of those is HiQ. And I'm going to speak here today because the last 2 years I've spent on working with mobility and mobile marketing. And I will show you Petra Kucha my way, I will say. So, in February 2011, something dramatically happened to our family at home that would change our life forever. My 13-year-old daughter fell in love with Justin Bieber. And it was crazy. She stopped seeing her friends, she stopped eating, she stopped sleeping, and she hid in her room and she buried herself in her phone. And when she finally came out, she asked me, "Did you feel the same way when you were in love with Björn Skifs?" And I said, yes, I guess I did, but he didn't have this whole integrated marketing where the phone was the most important device connecting to me 24/7. So you can think whatever you think about Justin and the ways what he's doing today, but in fact, he and his manager at that time, they understood that the mobile phone was the main device in the integrated marketing that they did to get new fans for Justin. So, and the rest is of course history. So, at that time we spoke about why should you invest in mobile, but now we speak about how should you invest in mobile. And I think that it's very important to understand that the mobile phone and all the mobile devices are part of something else. And it's only going to be important if it's part of something else. So I'm going to show you some cases that I like, and I'm going to divide them up in the way that I divide up my life. Money, meaning, and magic. And we start with money. This guy, he doesn't have much money, but it's crucial for him to have fast transaction. Of course, he wants cash. It's a homeless guy. He works for Situation Stockholm, and he sells their magazine in the subway here in Stockholm. But today, we don't carry any cash, and there's a war of mobile payments going on all over the world right now. It's confusing, and it's also hard because you have to register and so on. It takes a long time, and you finally don't buy the magazine. I know they are finding out new ways for him, but anyway, here's an application that I like very much. It's called Swish. And it's real-time transaction between private persons, and behind it is 6 Swedish banks and Bankgirot, and it's produced by HiQ. And if you have 2 teenage children like I do, Swish is the shit, I tell you. And going from fast transaction into something that I encountered yesterday, because I took a ride with Uber from Ola's house last night. I was looking into Chinese startups a while ago, and I encountered this one. It's called Edaya. Anyone with a car can sign up to be a designated driver. And then the driver can choose for himself when he's available or not. And of course, the client who's going to ride the car, he can see on the application that he has downloaded where the closest car is and then connect to the driver. Another feature that Edaya has, or service, that it's quite funny is that if you've been out drinking too much and can't take your car home, you can order a service with the e-bike. Then the driver from Medaya comes up and he has a foldable bike in his car. He takes that in your car, drives you home and takes the bike back. That's quite neat, I think. Going into meaning, and the meaning, when I talk about meaning, I mean the meaning for the end consumer. If you already have a product or something else that you want to extend and put more value, give more value to your clients. And this that I'm going to show you now gives a lot of meaning to everybody else. Movie, please. So, last 2 weeks ago, can you give me the picture back, please? Or is it me? 2 weeks ago, anyway, Battlefield 4 moved into our house, and we'll go back. Battlefield 4 moved into our house, and of course my 17-year-old son was thrilled. I'm not that thrilled, but I'm interested, and since I'm very interested in DICE, I sat down with him and discussed with him what are new features and things that you can do. And this time, in this edition, they've been looking a lot on multi-screen behavior and how can you extend it to give the meaning to the players and so on. So now you can actually sit and you can play the game. I don't know how many here are playing Battlefield 4 or Battlefield at all, but anyway, you can play on a PC or a console. If you play on a PC, you're a real geek, and that's my son. So, and when you are playing and you're in the game, you're doing a shoot, the game has to reload. Then you can go over to your tablet and you can change the weapon. You can look into other service and you can connect to your friends. They also developed the battle log. Battle log is like Facebook for the players. So now you can stay connected to the game all the time during the day, and you can see what's happening, connect to the friends that you have within the game and so forth. I don't know what this is going to do to my son's addiction and abuse, but I certainly think it's very interesting the ways that they are doing. Another thing that puts meaning to the end consumer is, of course, Volvo On Call. It was from the beginning only a road service assistance or road service assistance, but in 2010 and 2011, Mobiento, together with Volvo and some other parties, developed an application where you can actually take control of the car wherever you are. So you can see how the car is and how it's doing with the fuel and everything. You can also open and close the car. You can find it in a parking lot because you can make it honk and blink, and you can put on the heating before and so on. And it's really valuable of course for the Volvo driver, but it's also a great success for Volvo. They increased the sales of the service with 138% when they started working with the application. So, magic, finally, magic is that small thing that makes you tick and makes your heart beat. And this really makes me tick, thinking about the former speakers.
Time is ticking. There's something missing. No common ground.
So, Reborn Apps, it's actually an idea that a Belgian agency came up with because 300 people died each year in Belgium because they couldn't get organs from donators. They couldn't find donors. So they came up with this idea, which is actually connected to SIME, because I think all of you have downloaded the application. You're going to use it now for 2 days. And then probably a week or so later, you're going to check it for a while, but then it's going to stay unused and probably stay in your phone. So what they did was actually taking over the application and giving them second life and turning them into a donations app. So you can learn about how you can donate organs, and you can also sign up for organs. And they are expecting this year to have this service, or have this app and do this for in about 140,000 people in Belgium is going to have that kind of app in their smartphone. And lastly, this one, I'm very proud of this one because it was planned, produced, and launched when I was at Mobiento, and it's called Score Cleaner. And it also won both gold and silver in Cannes, and the movie will tell what it is.
Inspiration can surprise you because great ideas just happen. Score Cleaner Notes lets you capture musical ideas in the moment. It's the only mobile app that can translate a recording into a musical score. Just press record and start singing, playing, or humming. Its unique technology, developed from years of research, means it can understand and translate your rhythms and melodies into sheet music. It even syncs through the cloud, so later you can take the idea further, or easily pass the music on to that friend, the great cello player.
So I will end it by saying that the mobile phone is actually the device closest to the consumer at any given time. But it doesn't mean anything if it's not integrated into all the other marketing that you are doing. So, and also, if you put some money, meaning, and magic into it, you're going to succeed. So good luck, and don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm all over the web. Thank you.